And the new Minecraft update is out today, guys. Surprise, surprise. Newest 1.17.40 out now. Stony Peaks and a few other small changes. Hey there, guys. Skippy here from Skippy6 Gaming. Guys, coming to you with the newest, hottest, coolest update. Came out today, 1.17.40. So, yeah, there's Stony Peaks, some small changes like that. We're going to go over the changelog together, and then we'll show off a few of the smaller changes here. And you know what? Maybe we'll look for some Stony Peaks. If you enjoy this sort of content, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, where we do tons of videos, almost always about the updates. And, yeah, lots of other stuff too. So we're gonna do this changelog, guys. The J Mega Spud tweeted here as usual. We got this one coming. We kind of expected the updates are gonna come fast because they want to basically, I feel like they're gonna want to release 1.18 soon, which means they kind of got to get through the ones that haven't been fully released yet. And we're gonna keep on going down here. So guys, this is it. It's experimental features. It's not there anymore, that button. So you're not as safe as you used to be when you used to do it. Make a copy of your world once you start messing with these little experimental features. That way you don't have any problems. Okay, guys, so they added a new world cave generation when upgrading save chunks below Y0 using the caves and cliffs toggle. So basically, guys, your old worlds are going to be able to catch up to the new ones. It's a really cool thing. We've been seeing it in the betas, but now it's reality. So chunks previously upgraded with Bedrock underneath will not see this change. So if you have all Bedrock under, it's too bad for you. That was even before that, guys. That was like from a year ago. Added a new mountain biome, Stony Peaks. This is a variant of lofty snow-capped peaks that uses stone and gravel instead of snow and ice, and is used to avoid temperature clashes such as snow-capped peaks sticking up from a jungle, right? Because there's not going to be snow above a jungle. Corrected vegetation in mountain meadows. Driftstone clusters can now only be found in the Driftstone biome. Driftstone features now only generate in Driftstone biome. Mountain biomes now have correct features, places to match the Java Edition side snapshot. Infested Stone can now be found under new mountains. So, guys, remember how rare that used to be? We'll talk about it after. Tweaked ore distribution to match the Java Edition side snapshot. So basically, they're trying to match this to the current snapshot. So basically, that's why this came out fast, I think, is they're one ahead on Java right now. Clouds are now at Y level 192. Tweaked biome placement, riversides, and terrain shapes for better overworld experience. Tweaked mob spawning in mountain and cave biomes to match the Java Edition side snapshot. Trees in swamps can generate slightly deeper when in water. Deep slate now generates at lower depths. Dripstone features now generate at deep slate depths. Wow, so many Ds. The placement logic of small dripstone feature has been refactored, so frequency is similar, but exact positions will differ. It's like a tongue twister today. Copper ore now generates up to Y96 instead of Y64. Flat worlds with the caves and cliffs experimental toggle enabled will properly upgrade to use the new dimension heights. Upgrade older flat worlds to the new extended heights available with the caves and cliffs experimental toggle. So yeah, they're going to give you extended heights. That's awesome. New flat world using the caves and cliffs experimental toggle will generate at Y-64. Maps will now correctly show the color of blocks below a Y level of 0. Vines now generate in lush caves instead of generating above the surface. Vines can now grow down below 0 height. Villages now generate in the style of the biome they are located in. Changes. New achievement screen now available on Windows 10 ARM-based PCs. Fix a crash that could occur when using Character Creator. Fix the soft lock that could occur when on Realms World slot screen and the internet connection was lost. Fixed an issue causing marketplace downloads on Nintendo Switch to fail after entering and leaving a world. World settings are now carried over to Realms when replacing worlds. Gameplay changes. Fixed a most unfortunate issue that caused players to be set on fire when changing dimensions. So yeah, as if there was lava under the nether portal. Improved world visibility culling for underground situations to eliminate seeing sky at end of tunnels and stairs, because you can't see that far away when the end of the tunnel is very far away, right? So players can no longer eat food at full hunger in survival mode. Amethyst geodes are now much less likely to generate in strongholds, and if they do, they will not destroy the end portals. Dungeons are no longer misplaced or missing outside of the caves and cliffs toggle. Vanilla parity, players are now able to activate Elytra gliding while moving upward. So that's pretty cool. Mob changes. Tropical fish no longer lose their color when grabbing them with a water bucket and then releasing them. We've been talking about that one a few times. Bees now spawn properly in the world. Mobs no longer casually stroll into open flames. Villagers can no longer spam doors open and close. That's super annoying. Cartographers now more consistently give new maps on all platforms. Improved mob pathing around partial blocks. Armor no longer renders on pillagers and vindicators, but the mobs are still granted the armor effects. So yeah, you're not going to see all the armor effects that they have by what they're wearing. Fixed an issue with mob rendering that caused the vindicator axes to be visible even when they're not attacking older resource packs. More mobs will now spawn underground in the overworld. Fixed failure to render leads when attached to mobs out of view. Iron golems now spawn only on solid blocks. Yeah, right. I don't know. I feel like they've been spawning outside the iron golem farm for the last 10 years of my life. So let's carry on. Blocks, falling stalactites now properly offset to avoid interacting with entities outside their intended hitbox. Beehives now generate in the world facing south. I don't know how that matters, but it's a thing. They've been doing a lot of work on that. Trapdoors now rotate correctly when loaded from a structure block. Powder snow no longer disappears when looking at it from a distance. Seagrass no longer spawns under lily pads during world generation to avoid breaking them. Holding top snow hand in hand while hovering over grass block no longer causes incorrect behavior. User interface, guys. Riding an animal no longer displays the correct button prompt when playing with touch controls, guys. Using DynaSign, that created formatting color text will overwrite the color text, guys. Long story short, these next three right here, now you're going to be dyeing signs with ink. And they're changing a lot of stuff, so the formatting and the use of codes like we used to use is not working as well. Altered the message that displayed when players changed skins in game. Fixed an issue where the D-pad directional keys could not be used to navigate in certain parts of the user interface, guys. Fixed a issue where an error message could be shown after suspending the game in the achievement screen with screen animations disabled. Fixed an issue where an obscure game rule was added to the settings. In the sign in text on the main menu no longer overlaps the marketplace button. Added space between tab title and the word tab for text to speech on settings screen. Added a more info button to the sign in screen, right? There was some fixes to the realms here is all changes to settings made on new worlds before creation are now transferred to the world after creation. So character creator as well here. In character creator, tweaked color tint for default Steve skin to match default Steve. Back appearance pieces will no longer cover the left and right arrows in the profile screen. Sidebar no longer opens up, expanding any of the classic skin packs in the dressing room. Improve the navigation flow for character creator so that it always switches to the select character creator profile. Skins that are equipped from the marketplace while in game now apply to the player's character. Guys, changes in commands and technical updates. You know what, guys? Read it. It's pausable. Pause it, read it. I'm not going to tongue tie myself anymore. We're going to talk about the small changes right here. And then what we're going to do is try to look for some Stony Peaks. So the small changes here is these infested stones, you know, the ones that usually you run into mostly at the stronghold. Yeah, so they're going to spawn in, like, you know, I think more frequently from what I understand in the mountains. They're a pain in the butt. I don't like them. I really don't like them that much. Our Driftstone Clusters are going to be a lot different. There's going to be more of them. They're going to be spawning in the right spots, right? Because we are getting our caves and cliffs stuff on point. Vines, they weren't growing below. Vines weren't growing below the old Y level way down there. Yeah, so now they do. So you can grow vines, you know, pretty far around in the world. And yeah, copper ore was spawning around. I think it hasn't been fixed in this update, but in yesterday's beta or last week's beta, they were spawning in the middle of ravines, so I think copper ore is getting a fix for where it lands. Maps done. Pretty much small changes, kind of, you know, stuff that you just want them to fix. And then these Stony Peaks. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to make you wait. I'm going to just TP around and I'm going to find a Stony Peak. And when I get to it, we're going to look around some Stony Peak area, you know, for less than a minute in the video time. Guys, if you enjoy this sort of content, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And yeah, we're going to be doing tons of stuff like this. This is very cool, very cool. And yeah, catch you on the next one.